Welcome back, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to my channel. My name is Daniel Johnson, and we are going to be shopping for baby food today. So, like always, we are going to be picking things out at the PD State Farmers Market. This is for the county. The other one that we go to is just the city of Florence, and we should be finding some good stuff. We're going to be looking for spinach along with something else. So let's get in there and see what we can find. All right, everybody, so we done got some squash, and we got some fresh bananas, and that's what we're going to be making up for Maxton this week. I came in here looking for some spinach, but I didn't see any. I saw lettuce, but lettuce is mostly water, so I want to give them something with a little more nutrients. But I'm very happy with the turnout from today, and later on, maybe in this month, I'll be coming out here and getting some more melons, because they got a lot of melons. But I just want to lay off the sweet stuff so we're not giving them too many. So thank you to all the people at the farmers market out here for giving me such great food. And now off to the kitchen. Welcome back, everybody, to my YouTube channel. My name is Daniel Johnson. We are going to be making summer squash today. That's a tongue twister right there. Anyways, so we went to the farmers market. If you watched the beginning part of this video, you saw where we went and picked out different things from the farmers market. We are using one person in particular right now. No real preference, but we do like how he presents his food and vegetables, and so we picked from him again today. And the summer squash we picked out looks like this. It is not large, but it does look nice. With summer squash, you do not have to peel the outsides, but they do recommend that you chop the ends off. You got different brown ends right here and right here that are probably not the best for him to eat. So we're going to be chopping those off and then putting them in the Instapot. It will be taking 2 cups of water. We'll pour that in there and then cook it for 10 minutes. When that is done, we will slice it up and put it in a Food Ninja, which I got off to the side right now, and puree it for him. They do suggest, if you won't, you can peel some of this outside off, but the whole summer squash is edible. So for the purposes of this video, we're going to be leaving most of it intact until we start slicing it up and pureeing it. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it and start cutting these ends off. But with any vegetable that you get and you didn't grow yourself, or maybe even if you did grow it yourself, you're going to want to wash it. So I have a strainer right here in the sink, and I'm going to be rinsing it off with cold water and then cutting the ends off. So let me lay these all out right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 summer squash. And with this, we're not going to be wasteful. We're going to reuse this bag, and we're going to put the ends back into the bag so we can throw them away. So let's rinse them off. You got to use the cold water, you guys. All right, now that we got them all washed off, we're going to cut the ends off and then be throwing them in the plastic bag. So I would cut something like this. And like that, boom. Easy peasy. And here's the last one. Now, after examining them and washing them, I noticed that there are some small brown pieces on here, particularly like this right here, that I do not like and I do not want Maxton to be eaten. So I'm going to kind of back up on my words here and take a little peeler and just barely peel those off so that looks nice for him. I'm going to be using this peeler right here. It's just a regular peeler like you would use to peel an apple or a pear or something that you would peel. Maybe a carrot we did in the other video. We peeled a carrot, and look at that. Just lightly, because he can eat everything here. So we do want to preserve as many nutrients as we can. Now that it's wet, it just slides right along there. There's another one. Just lightly peeling the imperfections off on that. Oh, there's another one right there. Yeah, as we just cleaning them up, making them look real nice for Maxton. Go ahead and peel that off right there. Peel that off. That looks nice. You guys, you can't take no chances when you got a newborn in the house. So for Maxton, even the littlest brown piece, we are not gonna have it for him. Right there. That one didn't have a whole lot going on. This is a little baby one right here for my little baby. And it looks pretty good. It just had a couple little brown spots. Perfect. So that's all done. Nice washed up. The ends are cut off and we already cleaned up the brown spots. So that looks great. We're going to start to be moving it into the Instant Pot. With this Instant Pot, you got to be careful. You know about the steam valve. You've been following the videos that we've done so far. And I already have the timer set on here to 10 minutes and we got it set to pressure cook. So let's just take this lid off right here. And I have the metal basket. I seem to have more success with this metal basket than the silicone basket. But if you guys are having success with the silicone basket, by all means use that. And so we're going to be putting 2 cups of water. It's just going to sit at the base. So we're going to pour that in there. Boom. And then we're just going to lay these right on top of the basket. The basket makes it easier to pull it out. It also kind of protects it from burning against the bottom. So it's suggested online 10 minutes for every 5 pounds. And then it was like 12 minutes for, I think it was 10 pounds. So it doesn't go up very much, but you guys can look these things up and make a decision based upon yourself. We'll see how much these 5 summer squashes make. And then we'll go ahead and blend them, puree them, and then put them in the little ice cube silicone tray that we use for Maxton. All right, so I'm not worried about the amount that we put in there. We already made potatoes and filled it mostly full, and it did really well. So this is about half full, as you can see, and we are gonna go ahead and stick the lid on there. Just like this, and close it. As soon as you close it, it starts the heating up process. As long as, well, you might want to push start, and then it's going to start the heating process. You're going to see on the bottom left corner of the screen where it heats up. It takes typically around 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes to heat up, and then it'll go through the pressure cooking process. And then at the very end, you can either manually release it or you can let it cool down on its own. for the purposes of this video, I'm going to manually release it because I am going to blend it back up, and I'll know right then if it's cooked all the way. So let's keep it moving and get to the other side of this. So we're done cooking the summer squash in the Instapot. I let it stay a little bit longer in there. It's been 21 minutes after the pressure cooking function, the cooking part of it is done. The pin just dropped on the very back, so we're going to press this lever on the back. I noticed that it angles to the right. If you're watching the video, it might be to the left. Just make sure you stand this way, press it, no steam, so we know that it's safe to open up. So we're just going to take the lid off now, turn it like this, and lift up. And just set that in the sink. Oh man, that smells fantastic. Now I did wash everything after I got done cutting it. So we're gonna set this right here, move this. Just be careful because it is still a little warm, and that metal rack inside is hot. All right, so I got my tongs and I'm gonna be pulling the metal rack out of there. And the summer squash smells amazing in there. They're a little pruned looking, even though that it does look like that it is cooked thoroughly. So we're gonna be safe and go ahead and grab it just like this if we can. Ooh, look at that. That is pretty. Go ahead and grab one more. Oh, it is so soft. Soft to the touch. Just steamed very well. Oh my goodness, it's going to fall apart with my fingers. That is exactly what we want. I'm going to go ahead and flip this over here just like that. Set this in the sink. Very soft, very, 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 very soft. They are hot, so be careful with it. Now, in order for me to get these inside the food processor, I'm gonna cut them just a little bit. Right here is the food processor that I'm using. It's a Food Ninja. It's just a low budget Food Ninja that I got from the dollar store. You guys can use whatever you want, NutriBullet. The larger they are, the faster or the more contents you can put inside of it. So just keep that in mind if you guys are in the market. You're still buying the stuff that you're going to be needing to make purees. So go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to be slicing these and putting them in there. So. As well, but as far as them being cooked and the outsides being soft, they're right on the money. Might even drain a little bit of this liquid out just so I can keep the same consistency as the other products I've been making. So last one right here. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. Fantastic, you guys. So like all this stuff that we've been making, it does cook down. So go ahead and put them in there. And that is done. That looks wonderful. I'm going to put that down. All the stuff in the sink. Looks great. It filled up about a half of a container. It does have sizes on it, so that makes about 4.5 cups worth. Very liquidy at the bottom. I'm going to drain some of that out. I did add 2 cups of water when we first started, so no need to have that extra liquid in there if we don't have to. I'm gonna put that just like this, and we're gonna put the blender portion on the top. It's got 4 blades in there, so chop it up real nice and good. If I can put it on there correctly. Come on, baby. There's a little star on the bottom. And a star right there. You hear that movement in the background. I got 2 English bulldogs. Sometimes they sleep and they snore real bad. Other times they just move around and try to get closest to the food. So we're going to blend this up now. You're just going to hit the top part. All right, so we just got done processing it. It's going to settle down just a little bit, and we'll actually see how much we have. But it chopped it up real good. It's steaming, and it looks fantastic, you guys. There's a little bit on the lid, so make sure you guys have a spatula of some sort that you can kind of scoop that off, because every little bit counts. And we will be adding it to one of these silicone, a little bit of water on it, because I did just wash them. But the silicone container, and we'll be freezing it in the freezer, and it'll be good up to 6 months. If we can make a second tray, we're going to go ahead and do that as well. So let's go ahead and start scooping it into our little tray right here. We're going to check the consistency now. A little more watery than some of the other things we've made in the past. We're going to go ahead and pull that out so you guys can see. But I think it's going to make a very nice product for Maxton. Easy for him to eat. Taste test good. No clumps or nothing in there. Put that off to the side. Rinse that off. Maybe shouldn't have taste tested it until the very end. But he is my son, so he can have my cooties if he wants. Go ahead and fill this little tray up. Looks fantastic, you guys. Probably one of the easiest things for him to eat at this point. Summer squash is very nutritious, so you know that he's getting all the great vitamins. I don't know which ones they are, but I do know that it's good for him. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Like all these things that we're getting from the farmer's market, you know that they're locally grown, so he will be able to build up antibodies to our area. Look at that. Woo. So it's going to fill approximately 6 of those little containers. I don't know if it's going to make enough for a go container, but we'll go ahead and put that in there for him. Oh no, that was done. Okay, go ahead and scoop out the last little bit for him. And look at that, you guys. We were able to manage to get a small little portion left for him. He can eat this tomorrow as a snack, or maybe when he goes to preschool, he can take that with him, and that'll be great for him. It's not as much as these containers in the background or in this little jar right here, but it did a really great job. And I'm very happy with the way that it turned out. So once again, you guys, I was able to make 6 different days worth of portions, as well as a small portion right here of the 5 small summer squash that I did receive. If I want to go back and make more of these next time, I can buy 10 or maybe 15 and go about it the same route, and just adjust the time in the pressure cooker. It had no problem as far as the consistency that came out and the time that it was cooked. I think it worked out very well for us. So I'm going to go ahead and freeze this. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. My name is Daniel Johnson. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel already, be sure to hit the notification bell so you get reminders each time I come out with a new video. If you guys want to check out more of my other content, be sure to check that out as well. I got a bunch of different types of videos on this channel, not just cooking. I like to just use my camera for a bunch of different types of things. But anyways, thank you again. See you on the next video. Peace out.